Today is World Environment Day, a day to stimulate worldwide awareness of the environment, political attention and action. In this International Polar Year, the United Nations has chosen World Environment Day to focus on the effects that climate change is having on polar ecosystems and communities. The theme this year is melting ice, a hot topic. Climate change is having a major impact in polar areas, most notably the rapid decline in polar bear populations. Polar bears are the world's largest land carnivores, although size doesn't guarantee survival. Polar bears and their habitat are increasingly at risk, and this is all due to human activity. Cassie Siegel is an attorney with the Centre for Biological Diversity in America and is director for their Climate, Energy and Air program. She says the most comprehensive study of polar bear populations conducted in Hudson Bay, Canada, showed an alarming decline in bear numbers.
And that population has declined 22% between 1987 and 2004, from about 1,200 bears to about 935 bears in 2004. Unfortunately, that's a very rapid decline, and we can only expect that it's going to increase.
Here in Australia, the only opportunity we get to see polar bears is at SeaWorld on the Gold Coast. No expense has been spared to make sure that the residents are comfortable with lots to stimulate them. Mitchell Leroy is one of the team responsible for looking after and researching SeaWorld's polar bears. His view is that it's not the higher temperatures that the bears are susceptible to, but the resulting decrease in sea ice.
They hunt out on the ice floes, so their main diet is ring seal. So with those ice floes getting smaller and smaller, it means that they've got less areas to hunt. It also, unfortunately, means that the time that they have to hunt gets less and less, because they can't spend all of their year up on the ice floes. Around the hot time, they come down onto the land bases. So unfortunately, with that ice flow shrinking further, they've got less time to actually build up those fat reserves for the times that they don't eat in the summer months.
Apart from global warming, a number of other factors threaten polar bears, from oil spills to hunting.
I mean, they are allowed to be hunted by the indigenous people of their areas, but there are even now debates going on within those communities as well as to whether they will stop doing that. And that's a wonderful thing. I mean, those people who have done that for hundreds and hundreds of years understand that type of environment.
Polar bears are believed to have evolved from brown bears. So, is it possible they could evolve again?
One leading scientist said recently, in response to some allegations that polar bears would simply shift to terrestrial food sources, that saying polar bears can do that is like saying that I could start swinging from trees like an ape if I just put my mind to it. They simply can't have that kind of adaptation in the time frame that we're talking about.
Unfortunately, it's not only the polar bears that we're impacting upon. The list of species disappearing or in danger of extinction is growing.
Just 10 more years of business as usual greenhouse gas emissions, scientists tell us, can commit us to unacceptable changes. Changes like an ice-free Arctic in the summer, changes like 20 feet of sea level rise that could occur within 1 century, and extinction of up to a third of the world's species.
Is it too late to save the polar bear? We would like to think not. You know, they're a beautiful animal, but humans, I truly believe that we need to make some changes in the way that we care for this world.